Hey, it's Unfa, and you're watching another monthly live stream. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Does everything work? There is 74 people watching. We've just started. Usually you guys come in a bit later. I'm glad to see you, though. It seems we're not... Okay, we're at 30 FPS. Not super great, but not awful also. Today we'll be doing okay, is my voice out of sync? Unfortunately, for some reason I can't preview it. Like, YouTube doesn't want to play it, the stream in my web browser. Just doesn't. It's in sync. Okay, thanks. Whew. Oh, I've been debugging. I found another bug in OBS yesterday. I think when it upgraded, the old configuration made it hang whenever I touched any camera controls. So I had to delete the camera and edit the camera source and edit again, or it would freeze, or I would have no image. Or the image would be blown out, but I managed to fix it, as you can see, because this is looking pretty decent. So, today I'm going to be doing sound effects for a game that I've made. I'm going to show you the game. The game is titled Show, and the link for the game is in the video description. You can, or the live stream description. You can find this game. Actually, where are my keys? Where is my... Snappity. Oh, there it is. Come on. Get over here. Okay, I don't see it. Never mind. This is playable. You can download this game. I've uploaded the builds for Linux, Mac, and Windows. And it's a 3D platformer. I need to collect these stars to open a gate at the end of the level. This first level is a tutorial. So if you have no idea how to play, this is gonna teach you. And there's also secrets in this level. I'm not gonna show you any secrets. You need to discover them on your own. I have some performance problems, but yeah, and there's these gates. You need to give them the stars, and then they load up the next level and stitch it together to this one. I'm pretty proud of this thing that I've programmed. And then it shuts the door after you, and it's gone. So yeah, I've already recorded some footage for this game. Because recording it and editing it and getting it into order is a little bit time consuming. But the first thing you need to do if you want to make sound effects for any game is to record video of the game. And hopefully record as many actions, events, and different things that can happen in the game so that you have video reference that you can use to work on sounds based upon. If you like doing sound effects, if you haven't seen the game, is a bad idea. I mean, even if you have a prototype then, oh no, I'm showing you a secret. No. No. No secrets, no spoilers. Play the game for yourself. Also, you're gonna get a score by the end of the game. Right there. There's only 3 stages in this game. If you finish the game or like get to the 4th stage, write down your score and let me know. I'm curious. Okay, enough of playing. We don't really need to play this game because I've got everything. It's made in Godot engine, if you're curious. It's a free and open source, MIT licensed game engine that runs on anything and can export to anything, pretty much. It's fantastic. I love it. And I've used it to make this game. And now we're gonna make sound effects. So I recorded some footage of it. And I've imported that into Ardor. I used Olive Video Editor to splice the footage together and then to load a video file in your... Oh, wait a minute. That's crap. All right, that's better. Also, I could kind of reduce my face. That's better. Yay. Yes, so the first thing you want to do if you want to work on sound effects is, of course, prepare your video reference, edit it together. I'm not gonna show you how to edit video, but I'm using Olive Video Editor, which is fantastic, open source as well. And after that, you can open Ardor, create your session, and then in session, you have an option to open video. And here you can load a video file. Now, I'm not gonna do this again because I've done it before. But the thing is, if you have your video reference, you can open it up and you can transcode it, which is the default thing it's going to do. It's going to convert the video file to MJPEG, which means every frame is independently encoded. So you can scrub the timeline with great performance. You can skip this and just go reference from current location. And it says that previously transcoded files only. It's going to work, but it might not work as smoothly. But it's going to take a while to transcode it. So also the files are huge. All right. And once that's done, you can go to Window and select the video monitor. Actually, it should open it up for you. And this is XJDO. So X, which is X11, the windowing system. J or Jack. DAO is, I think it's video. So basically it's a video player that is synchronized to jacked transport. And it's specifically useful for making soundtracks for scoring films or for making sound effects for games with video reference. But you can also use it to like mix audio for films, basically. I've done that, and it's great. No one's reporting any technical problems. Can't believe that. You guys still here? Okay, 84 people watching. I guess everything is all right since no one is saying, I can't hear you or can't see you or it's all black. All right, so we have our video reference. I wonder where I should put it on the screen so that you can see both me and it. Maybe here. Oh, maybe there was only that's where I'm gonna put it. All right, so the next thing is you need to decide what sound effects you want to make. So the best thing is to just watch the footage. Okay, jumping. The first thing we need a jump sound effect. Jumping and landing. So jump and land. And the great thing is, once you have this video reference loaded, you see I can move my timeline and the video is moving along like frame by frame. It's because it's transcoded, it's extremely precise with the time skipping. Okay, what could be the jump sound? Well, we could go for some typical synthesized sound. Let's load a bunch of synthesizer plugins. I'm gonna go with Surge, which is something I really enjoy. maybe 16. Also, we're gonna use the new fabulous Royal Surge skin for the synthesizer. All right, so what I like to do is, let's also make sure that you can hear. This may be loud. It's a little bit loud, I guess. I think it's okay. No, it's not too loud. All right. I'm going to call this jump. Let's open Surge. And there it is. So now I can play on my keyboard. I have a MIDI keyboard right here. Can't show it to you, but trust me, it's there. So I can play the synthesizer, and I can also, you know, a good thing would be maybe to add a CD marker. So Control and click and drag here, and I'm gonna call this sound maybe. I think a good idea is to name your sound files and be smart about it. Basically, if you are organizing your sound files, like, names are important, because later, if you're going to be implementing the sounds, you're going to have much less trouble. And also, if someone else is going to implement the sounds, like you're doing this for a job or contributing to an open source game project, maybe, it's good to name your files accordingly. So what I do is usually start the file name with the most descriptive thing possible, which is generally an object or a category of sound. So for example, UI would be its own category. I'm going to call Shaw because that's the name of the player character. So everything regarding the player character is going to be Shaw _ something. And then I'm going to do actions. And then if I need to differentiate, like, you know, something big or small, I'm going to do another underscore and put it after that. So Shaw _ jump is going to be our jump sound. Now I want to make sure that, okay, this is the first frame of this jump. I'm going to create a MIDI region for this jump instrument and put a note. And I'm going to go to edit mode. Oh, can't you see my... You know what? I'm going to move the keys up here so you can see them even if I'm obscuring them with the synthesizer interface. Or maybe no. Maybe it's better to put them here. Yeah, I think they're going to be visible here better. Okay, so the thing is, I want to be able to play this sound and preview it with the video reference playing. So if I'm gonna, you know, tweak some envelopes and stuff, I can just press space and hear the sound and see the context of motion in the game. So I'm gonna do some very simple thing now. I don't know, just sketch some sound design. Maybe I'm gonna go for sine wave first. Also, I want to sip some water. Whoop. I want to like make a rising pitch. Also, I can delete disable key tracks so that it doesn't matter. Oh, gave me surge again. What key I play, it's gonna always play the same pitch, which is a bit useful for some sounds. Let's make a... Let's extend the range of this pitch. Whoa, that's painful. Let's make it longer. Also reduce the influence. I'm gonna use the amplitude envelope generator. All right. I would also like to try and deform this. I've recently discovered that deform has 3 modes. This is amazing. If you right-click in Surge, and you can find that many different things have multiple modes of operation. Oh, that's nice. We could also add a little low thud, like, or maybe not. So what if I used unison and just made this stereo? Reduce the width. You can also right-click and extend range of unison detune, which can give you crazy amounts of detune, which might be something cool. I'm gonna use a bandpass filter, maybe make it resonant, and use the same envelope to modulate that. This is the clean filter. It sounds pretty distorted. Let's try the smooth one. Well, that's cleaner. Okay, I guess we would probably need some voice for the character. I'm not sure if I can act as a little red fox-like animal. I could try. I wanted to get my wife to play the role, but she's a little camera shy, so she didn't want to do it live. And due to some technical issues, I didn't have time to record her performance beforehand. All right, I think we could use this, maybe soften the attack a bit. I'm gonna close this now and play this. Ah, okay, our note is cut short. I think that'll work. It's a simple jump sound. Okay, let's save our session. And now we could maybe deal with something that is very important for sound effect exporting, but it's pretty difficult to do, unfortunately. And that is automatically truncating silence in front and end of your sounds. Because you see, precisely putting these markers where your sound needs to be is tedious. And also, sounds for games need to be as short as possible, because if you're going to play a ton of them, they're going to overlap. And even if you're playing silence, the game engine is still going to chug on trying to mix these wave files that you've given, even if they contain all zeros in the current state or near zeros. So you need to truncate the silences. And doing this manually is very laborsome, and it's a bad idea. So the good idea is to automate that as much as possible. And we can do this in Ardor, because Ardor has a function. D-Locky asks if this sound isn't too quiet. It could be. But you know what? We can always fix this, and change this later and re-export. And I don't want this sound to also be too prominent and too painful to listen to. So what I was talking about is, okay, let me check if my phone isn't gonna fry, is making sure the silence is being truncated automatically, so we don't have to do that. So I'm gonna just move this roughly where the sound effect is, and I want Ardor on its own to start the sound file right here, so that when I'm gonna play this in the game, it's going to start exactly where the animation starts, because there's where I'm gonna execute the code that's gonna play the sound effect, and I don't want to have 50 milliseconds of silence in my sound effect, because this jump sound is gonna start here, and that's gonna be way too late. So what we need to do is export. I'm gonna press Alt-E to open up the export dialog. And we need to configure our exporting format. I'm going to create a new export format. I'm going to call this SFX, or maybe call it show SFX, because I'm already using some kind of this preset. And I'm going to enable trim silence at start and trim silence at end. Also, I want this to be a 16-bit WAV file because we don't really need to do anything more. We shouldn't need to do anything more in a game engine. If our sounds have a problem because we are only exporting 16-bit, that means we're exporting them way too quiet and playing them way too loud in our game, because that should not be a problem. Rob Vandenberg asks, are we also on PeerTube Live? We are not. Unfortunately, the OBS plugin that streams to multiple destinations is only for Windows, and I didn't have the time to try and figure out something else. I thought I could maybe stream from OBS directly to FFmpeg and then restream from FFmpeg. I don't know. I also don't know if my internet would manage to stream to two places instead of one place. So unfortunately, we're not mere live streaming on PeerTube as well, only on YouTube this time. Alrighty. I could also use FLAC files, so maybe not. No, let's use WAV files. WAV files are safe. I don't think game engines support FLAC. Like I know that Unity doesn't support FLAC, and Godot doesn't support FLAC either. You're supposed to submit your files in WAV or OGG-Vorbis in Godot. Yeah, so that's this. Let's save it. And now, the great thing about Ardor is that we can define the regions and export multiple sound effects into separate files with one click. And to do that, we need to switch to time span tab here. And by default, it has the session range selected. The session range is everything between the start and the okay, can't reach it right now, the end marker. So it's the entire project. We don't want that, but we want this sound effect. So let's go here, and analyze exported audio is also very important for us because we want to see what the output file is like. We want to be able to investigate if it truncated the silence correctly and everything else. So let's press export. And you can see our audio file didn't truncate at all. This is not truncated. It didn't work. Why? There's your problem. And I know the solution because I've been fighting with this for a while. So what we need is a bit meter. Bitmeter, yes. It's a plugin by Robin Garrius, which maybe I can favorite it, which shows you exact digital contents of the audio that you have. And this is the audio stream that we have right now. And you can see that it's not zeros. Something is there. And I think it's something that maybe Surge is producing on its own. I'm going to try and... Oh yeah, if we mute each instance, it's going to give us different results. So you see, we are getting a negative 270 decibels full scale sound. And practically, this doesn't matter because you can't hear it, but Ardor is only ever going to truncate silence if it's perfect digital silence. So all samples are zero. And how do all samples are zeros look like? Where if we go here and mute it. Wait, doesn't it? If we mute it. Okay. Not sure why can't I do that, but okay. Zard asks, did the export need CD markers or are other markers fine? No, only the CD markers are going to let you define export ranges. The range markers are not supported as far as I know. Let's try it though. Well, okay, they are. All right, if you want, you can use range markers then. No problem. I don't think they differ too much. Like maybe it's that if you go to window locations, we can see all the markers here, and you can see that the CD marker has an ISRC code and performer and composer code, which is, and also pre-emphasis and SCMS. It's various things that Ardour can put into a Q file for exporting audio CD images. So yeah, probably using range markers is a better idea. You know what? Let's migrate to range markers then, because I've been using CD markers, but this makes more sense. All right, we have our range marker. We can also hide the CD markers. If you right click here, you get this menu and can show and hide different things. Okay, so our 23-bit. Okay, never mind. We need to shut this up. So what I've been doing is experimenting with different gates, and the simplest thing is to use a hard gate with a smallest non-zero threshold. You see, I've created this hard gate and given it 0.001 threshold. This is a linear amplitude value. But the problem with using this is that it's going to introduce some bit reduction crunching, because it's going to be evaluated per sample. So we need something with a little bit more finesse. It gets the job done as it just makes the samples all zero, so Ardour will truncate. Actually, you know what? Let's just test this. I'm going to show you the result. So this is, let's export this again, and you'll see. This is how a truncated file looks like. You see, it starts right on the start, and also it's no longer not. And you know, this could be fine, but I know that we're crunching bits a little bit at every zero crossing, possibly, and that's no good. I don't want that. If I'm exporting 16-bit audio, I want it to be the best possible 16-bit audio there is, and this is not the best thing there is. I could possibly report this problem to Surge that it's producing some faint signal, but it really doesn't matter for anyone that much, so they're not gonna waste their time on it. And also, pretty much all the synthesizers have something like that, I think. So let's try another gate. And Steve Harris has made an excellent gate plugin. It's a LATSPA plugin. It's old, but it gets the job done, and it has much more fine control, as it lets us define the threshold. It lets us pre-filter the input. So, for example, we can ignore DC offset if there's any, and DC offset we also need to take care of, because that sometimes happens. For example, Air Windows 2 Tape 5. If you're exciting it with very loud kicks, it's gonna produce DC offset for a long while. Now, the attack we want it to be as little as possible, because if our gate doesn't open instantly, it's gonna truncate the start of our sound. We can show you. Okay, I need to shorten the hold time. So you can hear that our attack is truncated, right? It's soft. Now if I lower the attack time, it's sharp. The gate opens instantly within 0.01 milliseconds, which is pretty much instantly. Now, the important things we need to configure is hold and decay. Hold is how long the gate just waits before it starts shutting down. And decay is how long it takes to shut it down. We want to have a little bit of hold, and I think the decay is gonna be a little, maybe 100 milliseconds. Also, we may want to raise the threshold a little bit, like negative 60 decibels. It's pretty long. I wonder what happens if I do this. Yeah, maybe we're gonna need to just apply this gate twice. Because you see, it's applying 90 decibels of attenuation. This is the range parameter, is how much attenuation we get. You see, we can tune it down, and it really only gets below the threshold of complete digital silence at negative 90. And we need a little bit more depth, because that's going to take a while. So I'm going to just copy this plugin and paste it again. And try play this sound now. Well, not perfect, but better. Let's try again. Okay, I don't think we can do much better than this. Another thing is we need a DC offset filter. So let's go to Plugin Manager and DC Offset. DC Offset Remover, also by Steve Harris. Steve Harris has made some awesome plugins. What a DC offset filter is a high-pass filter that just removes static voltage. Of course, there is no voltage. This is all simulated digital signals, but static offset from the 0 position, and some effects produce that. Okay, now I'm going to save this and export our sound again, and let's see what it looks like. Yay! It's truncated from the start. It's not truncated from the end. So that's a little bit of a pain. What could we do about this? I think some form of... Yeah, let's go with LSP limiter, because we're going to need a limiter anyway. So LSP limiter... stereo. So we're gating this stuff, and then we apply a limiter, or we could do this before. No, maybe not. Because the limiter, I also want to use it to apply dithering. So let's add dither at 16-bit, because that's what we want to output. Okay, and you can see that when I add this dither, watch this bit meter, none 16-bit. This is the dither noise, and you can see it's inserted precisely at 16 bits. It shows us negative 90 decibels. Yes, this is the dynamic range of 16 bits. So I do want to put this before a gate, because then LSP limiter is going to dither our sound, so remove anything that could be below 16-bit dynamic range. And that should give us faster decay for absolute digital silence. Maybe I'm going to shorten the decays also. And holds. Maybe they're adding up. This is a bit wacky, and I wish there was an easier way to do this. But there isn't. And still the sounds are a bit long. But this is not a big problem. We can always shorten them manually. Let's re-export this again and see. Okay, this... I wish this sound would end here, but okay. What about this? Okay, that's better. So the start trimming is automatic, the end trimming is manual to some degree. That's unfortunate, but that's what we need to do. Lifeline asks, what is dithering? Dithering is a rabbit hole. Basically, it's adding a little bit of noise to remove artificially sounding distortion that happens when you reduce the precision of numbers that express your sounds. If you don't dither, and you have like, 32-bit floating point sound, and you reduce it to 16 bits, you're gonna get bit crashing. Of course, much less pronounced, but it adds up. So you don't want that. Okay, you have a jump sound. Let's make a landing sound now. So I'm gonna create a new region here. Call this show land. And I'm going to just copy this region, Control and drag copies, and use another instance of Surge to synthesize a sound. Okay, it seems like this is the place. Let's see if it works. Yay. And again, I'm going to use a sine wave, and we're going to make a kick-like sound. So that's my favorite part of doing anything. Synthesizing kicks. I'm also going to enable retrigger, which is going to give us the waveform starting always on here and not here or there. It's going to give us more consistent transients. Let's deform this with this type 2. Hey! How about give it some real character? Hey! Nice. Sounds 8-bit. I'm shortening this. Maybe I'm going to lower this. Okay. I think we could add a little bit of noise to this. Yeah. And we could also make it stereo. Let's hear it. I think it's a little bit too bassy. And also we need something like... he's hitting the ground and there's grass in here. So we need some sounds of grass. And I wonder if I could make something up from things I have just laying around. I think I could use some paper to imitate that. Let me check if I have some paper lying around. Oh, I do. And some other rubbish. Alright, let's try and record some rubbish. I'm gonna make some audio tracks, maybe 12, and let them be mono. Gonna move one up. Actually, no, I'm not gonna move it because I may need more of them. So let's record. Okay, I think I have plenty of sounds to work with. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm gonna call this paper and stuff. Right there. Let's just see what happens if I play this. Okay, that sounds like paper. Maybe I'm gonna go. A cool thing that you might not be aware is that you can layer multiple sounds in a single audio track in Ardor. You see, if I change these regions, right-click on them, selected regions, gain. Oh, you can see that. Okay, I'm going to click it here. Right-click, selected regions, gain, and then disable opaque. That makes them transparent. What that means is you can layer them and they're going to play together. So you can now pile up sounds without creating a bunch of tracks. That's really useful for sound design. And also we can like cut this up, and I'm pressing Shift A, which forces all the regions to snap their starts to where my cursor is. Okay. This is too loud. And too long. I'm also going to delete this. I don't like there's some, like, a tiny bit of room reverb. What do you think? Maybe I should pitch shift all of that. You know what? MA pitch shift. This is one of my favorite pitch shifters. It's really versatile. Okay. Oh, that sounds like mud. Okay, no, that's not a good thing. Maybe I can just EQ it to remove the low frequencies. Let's use X42 parametric equalizer mono. It's very quick to work with, much faster than LSPQ. It's much more limited. For example, I can't hype as below, and can't hype as above 1K. Just kind of not cool. Oh, also can't low. Okay, that's really inflexible. It's kind of optimized for various common tasks, but also kind of. Where is post gain? Output. All right. Okay. Let's try it one layer at a time. Okay, I think this is nice. We should probably make a bunch of like versions of this, because if we're gonna have this sound play over and over, it's gonna get tiresome. So I'm just going to duplicate this maybe 3 times. Make it 3, and now I'm gonna do -01, and -01 is gonna tell me that this is a different version of this sound, and every sound that I should have copied the whole thing, and every sound that has -0 something, I know it's a sound that has multiple versions. So in the game engine, I'm gonna need to list them all and randomize which one is played. So this is the second one. I'm gonna move this track down so I can just see. Oh wait, where's my paper and stuff? Okay, I just want to see the starts of the notes so I can synchronize my sounds better. Okay. There's maybe I'm gonna maybe lower the volume of that. Oh, this shouldn't be here. Okay, we have 3 different sounds for landing. I'm gonna mute these sounds here so they don't end up becoming part of a different sound that I didn't anticipate. I'm going to export these sounds now and see how they look. So show land 1, 2, 3 and export. And here's our sounds. The good thing is that starts are properly truncated. They are way too long though. And I think maybe I should be able to aid that with a, I don't know, maybe LSP gate, stereo, maybe, somebody, help. Okay, so first thing, give it attack of 20 milliseconds. Nah, let's give it attack of, okay, I don't want it to crunch, so maybe 5 milliseconds. I'm gonna give it 5 milliseconds of look ahead so it doesn't truncate me some sounds. And now, threshold negative 60 decibels. This is the minimum. I wish it would go lower. And reduction negative 72. So not as deep as the Steve Harris's gate, but well. And also attack and release. Release, I'm gonna go 20 milliseconds maybe. And see what we get here. Oh man, terrible. Terrible! Why doesn't it wanna... Maybe if I raise the threshold here. No, still no. I'm puzzled. I don't know why this is so bad. It didn't used to be. Okay, I can threshold everything because below 50. Okay, below 40. Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea, actually. So yeah, we have a lot of gates now. We might start growing windows if things go this way. I think we're a bit better. Not sure. Duration, half a second. That's too much for this sound, but... Okay, let's go the manual route and just shorten this. I'm gonna re-export. And see. Okay, that's better. 0.2 seconds. That's good. Alrighty, let's do some more sound effects. We could probably use some footsteps while we're at it. And these could be kind of derivative from this jump sound. So I think what I could do is just... I don't want to sync it to this because I would like sync them inside of the animation itself. So I'm gonna just make a footstep sound. I'm gonna call it Shaw Step. And see what I can do with these paper sounds. Maybe some else. I have quite a lot of them stashed here. Let's listen. Okay, now they are so quiet that the gate isn't letting them through. So I'm gonna make them louder. I think I could maybe shorten this. Just resample it. Oh, no, that's painful. I'm gonna resample it. Oh. I meant to resample them. Crisp monophonic. Oh, that does sound nothing like it. Just gonna fade it. All right. Maybe if they are gonna be sound played very quietly, it's gonna be good. I think I might be really making these sounds way too quiet. Maybe that's not also gonna help me with these gates. I don't know. No, it's not helping. It's worse. I should raise this thing. -40. What the hell? Oh no, that's no good. I'm gonna move this gate as the last in here. Also, I'm gonna change it to peak so it doesn't use RMS integration to determine the levels, and that's gonna be faster. Should be crunchier. Maybe. I'm gonna cut these up a little bit and see what I can do. I'm really gonna hear this in game when I implement it, but that's a different topic. And we're gonna learn quite a lot after we do that. I like this as a footstep. Okay, let's call this our footsteps. There's quite a lot of them. So I think if we randomize them in animations, it's gonna be really nice. So show step 0, 1. I'm gonna copy this. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just click and drag. And I'm not gonna name them here because it's way faster to do that in bulk. And locations dialog window. So I've just marked the regions. I'm going to go to window locations. And here I'll just paste and change the name, or even paste, 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 and then iterate my numbers. I have 7 steps. And that's it. Now we can export them and be done with them. So deselect all and step, 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 step. Let's go. Well, let's see if they do look like they should look. Yeah, quiet. All right. Next. I should mute this stuff because it's might become a problem. Okay, what else we have? Oh, we have activating a checkpoint. That's gonna be a fun sound to make. And we're gonna use some synthesizers for that. So let's see which frame it actually like touches it. I think it's like here. So I'm gonna create a range. Call this checkpoint. Activate. What does the chat say? All right. Yeah, we can do something like that. It's gonna be a fun sound. Checkpoint. Let's Open Surge and maybe make a note so that we can sync our animation. Oh god, that's loud. Oh, because I added volume on the limiter. Mine, no. And you know what? I know I'm gonna use a macro for this because it's gonna be easier. So I'm open up macro 1. And what I'm gonna do is just put it down here. Find the peak. There's the peak. And then find the decay. Okay, it ends like somewhere here. And I'm gonna automate something out of filters, FM. I'll experiment. And then maybe I'm gonna change the shape of that and do stuff. Also, I can end the note here. Now I have auto return enabled so that when I get pressed, when I play it and pause and play again, it's returning and I can view it over and over with the animation. B Music says, we need ninjas too on these effects. Yeah, I use ninjas a lot. Okay, I used to use ninjas a lot, but it's very unhandy for loading files. The file import dialog is very not nice. It's not very nice. You can't drag and drop samples, so I kind of went away from using ninjas too. But they were very useful for destruction sounds when I had to chop up some sound and just... Rob Vandenberg says, no, Ninjas 2 is perfect! Zard says, some addictive feel-good chime would be perfect. Yeah. I want to try maybe something with a fem. And go with like... I'm gonna use this macro and... Oh, I didn't enable automation. It's on manual. Let's go play, and now... Yay! It is working. I wanted this made bassier. And also I want some autumn attack. Wow. Wow. Back to the 90s. There's your... Oh my goodness. That's straight out of Adlib. Awesome. Wow. Yeah, we need some more than this. That's not gonna cut it. Maybe not. Oh, I can change the ratio with this as well. Awesome. Let's do that. Oh, M3 frequency. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like this. I think I want to make this also give it an envelope that's just gonna ramp it up throughout the whole thing. So give it a long attack. Okay, maybe not as long. Maybe rise it a bit. Nice. It may be sounding a little bit too dark for this game. Like it's all, you know, sunshine and kittens and we have sound like this. You know what we can do? We can pitch it down. How about up? Okay, I think I'm gonna need a bandpass for this. Let's just try and bandpass this thing. Wait, what? Oh, okay, we're quiet enough that it's cutting off on the... I don't see any motion in here. Is this doing anything? All right. Let's give it some reverb and see what we can do with that. Ah! I find these menus a little bit weird. No pre-delay. And... And that's definitely not the kind of sound we want for this. That's so dark! Oh no! Shaw lore is dark, says D-Loki. Oh. Zard says that doesn't sound very feel good. Yeah, I agree. That's not the sound. I think I went the wrong route. Let's switch to a scene B and do it once again. Let's start over. I'm going to maybe use an LFO. And yeah, I think I have an idea. Can we modulate? Yes, we can. Okay, that doesn't sound that great either. Not necessarily. Okay, I'm gonna remove this clear M1 macro. Okay, yes. That's drunk. That's not feel good. Okay, that's supposed to be a envelope. Maybe I should make this sound shorter. Maybe... Oh, that's a bit too short, I guess. That's kind of weird. Okay, we need some release. Unsigned asks, it's Unity engine? No, this is Godot. Pete Vagabond says, I don't know, I'm still imagining an FM bell sound. Maybe that would be a good idea. I want to try some stuff. Maybe this is going to be better. This is bad. Can I copy this? Oh, I can! Just discovered this. Never used that function. Can I modulate the mix with this? I think I need a low pass on that too. And maybe modulate the low pass with this. Ooh. That's interesting. Definitely interesting. I think these gates are a little bit gnarly. I think we should make these gates a little bit less hardcore because they still don't give us that good stuff. That much of good stuff. Or maybe I can just increase the... What if I play with this automation here? And make it a bit more curvy. I think I want to shorten this. Yes. I would like to try some chorus. And maybe also... some air windows melt. Hey, Phil is here. Awesome. I haven't seen you in years. How are you doing? I think what this lacks is a noise sweep. We really need a noise sweep for this. I think like without the noise sweep, it's... Ah, but the thing is, that should be on a separate scene. So... I'm just gonna mute this oscillator and unmute noise. Does this do anything? Ah, okay. Let's mute the reverb. It's too quiet. All right, kind of like this, but not exactly, but close. Just... Nah. Oh, that could be cool. I think our gates are nasty. Let's mute all of them instead of just one. Yeah. Okay. And now dual. It's something. It surely is something. I think this is I think this will work. I think I need to automate the gates release time, decay time, because it cuts off the tail too short here. Don't like that. I'm gonna change it to... Also, why is it 2 milliseconds is kind of... Nah. Let's go with 60 at least. All right, that's gonna work for sure. Let's save this and export. No steps, checkpoint activate. Hey, there it is. Nice. It's weird, but it's there. Ah, next cool sound to make. Picking up the star. That's gonna be awesome. Alrighty. We have 20 minutes left, so let's see if we can make this sound. Let's make a new, call it star pickup. Oh my goodness, why can't I type? And create a new media region. Oh my goodness, loud. Okay, so that's the frame where it starts. You know what? Let's go with this FM bell thingy for this sound. Let's do with a ding and then shimmer shimmer of the stars exploding everywhere. So FM3, and we want an envelope that's going to be our main driver of the bell sound. It's deform type 2. Oh yeah, maybe make it longer. Cool. Now, whoa, assign this to a bunch of amounts. Make it longer. Also feedback. And now play with the ratios. Angry bell. The bell of bass. It sounds angry. Maybe feedback is not a good idea. And also it is... okay, I want to have a... Oh yeah, that's a better note for this. Oh, the note I have here is painfully loud. High. I think I want to shorten this bell thingy because it's kind of overwhelming. Yeah. All right. I think I would also like to use this bandpass and increase the resonance with decay so that it kind of focuses in one harmonic. Let's see if we can... Sahativa says, why not a super short reverb on it, Unfa? Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe I'm gonna add it as a send this time. Maybe the reverb 2. And increase the send level. It's very wide. I actually would like it a bit longer, but just less of it. Huh. And sprinkle some chorus. Yeah, why not? Let's try. Like a pad. Let's try this one. Maybe more. Give it some feedback. Oh. Oh, that's very slow. Oh, that's why it's slow. Also, there's like this delay. There's a short delay before it explodes. It's like... And I want to make a separate sound for that. Just we don't have super much time. So maybe first I'm going to go Star Shimmer. Or Twinkle, I don't know. And what I'm going to do is make these stars that explode here. Turn this down first. Make sure I'm not snapping. This is an ancient sound design technique known as making a mess. And now I'm gonna make a smaller version of this thing sound. That's like this FME. So, okay, maybe let's do it really quick. Like this thingy. Amplitude X. Okay, I can use this amplitude envelope right away to do this thingy. Sweet. Band pass. Make it key track. Can it be more steep? Oh, wow. Pushed. Woo. It sounds like a bunch of metal parts. Like, cool sound, but not sure if it's the right one. Disable key track, and instead I'm gonna use key track here and apply it, but a very small amount, and also change the ratios with it a bit so that all of this stuff kind of modulates. Also, important thing, let's add velocity sensing so that if we play it softly, it's gonna sound softly. And now what I'm gonna do is the masterpiece of all, and that is right click, MIDI. Can you see it? MIDI transform. And now set velocity to equal steps from 127 to 5. Transform, and voila, we have a MIDI velocity ramp. Let's see how it sounds. Like crap. We have polyphony. Let's up the polyphony. And we need release, I think. It sounds like crap. I mean, it sounds cool, but not what I imagined. Maybe I should lower these amounts quite a lot. Yeah, maybe there's way too strong. Also, we need them higher. Well, that's sounding better, I bet. Also, more velocity sensing. And we can also use this thingy that I used when I synthesized Broken Glass, and that is, which is a very similar thing. Oh! Something hanged. Like, make the sounds higher as we go further along, which is meaning like we're... Ooh. Sounds like hang drum. It's really nice FM sounds, just not entirely matching the visuals. I kind of like it, and I kind of don't. What if I just switch this to sine wave? Maybe that will be better. You're freaking kidding me. It is much better. Yep, that's what you get. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to revert this back to this FM2, FM3. Because this is so cool, I don't want to give it away. Also, I'm going to move this up. Freaking heck, that's awesome! Oh, pitch envelope! To the rescue! Sounds cool. That's a sound. That's very inspiring. I'm gonna... And I give it... I'm gonna give this sine wave another... Yeah, key track as well. Oh! Gimme! Gimme! Maybe make this first thing a bit quieter. Okay, another component I wanted to do with the sound, and we have 9 minutes left, is because there's this smoke, and I want to have something like because the smoke is there, and doesn't sound good if the smoke is not acknowledged. So, also I think I'm spawning these too late. Sorry for the bassy notey. Star smoke. All right. Smoke! Come on. I don't have all day. There you go. Okay. So here's the deal. Noise. High pass. Or maybe band pass. I think band pass. Amplitude. I also want to try some calm. Let's use the amplitude. Also make this stereo. Add some reverb. Reverb. I should also automate this somehow. Oh yeah, that's good. I don't want to have too much of this combing. Let's go release. Oh, sustain. Wasn't at 0. Let's see how that sounds. I think it's pretty cool. It sounds a little bit like a effervescent tablet being dropped into water, which is pretty cool. I like the detail in this sound. I would like to also add another layer, but I think Ardor is a bit... doesn't want to cooperate too much. I'm not sure why. Because, you know, it goes... The star implodes. And let's do that. Whoa! Sorry. I think I'm gonna try and make this from noise. Oh! Painful. Low passing. Maybe. But it's 24 decibels. How it can be multiple different things? Interesting. I'm gonna try and do something. I'm not sure this is even gonna work, but sometimes the best things come out of just messing around. So let's mess around a bit. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Sneeze-a-thon. Quiet. All right, interesting. Let's see how that sounds in this animation. Just. I wonder why is Ardor not redrawing. That's kind of sad. It is responding. Okay, mate. I want to put this in the beginning because it sounds more like. I think I'm gonna reverse that. Holy snap! Yeah! Not the best sound I ever made, but... Alright. I wish Ardor would be more responsive. Maybe recording or streaming is putting a strain on, because usually, you know, I've been working in like a 10 times this size session or 20 times of that session, having all these sound effects, and it was more responsive, so I don't know why it's doing like this right now. This is irritating. This sound is going to be played like 3 times per level, so it can be long. All right, I think I'm going to export this sound, and we're going to move on to viewer submissions. So checkpoint activate and start pickup. Let's go. Let's hear it. Ah! Our lovely... This thing didn't export because I had the export marker after the note on. So let's do it once again. Let me mute the voice. All right. I think this bell component is too loud. Also a bit painful. I wonder what would happen if I pitch shifted this star implode up. Come on. I'm tweaking the settings blindly because the UI doesn't refresh. Oh, that's better. Export. Okay, so that's all the sound effects we managed to do in 1.5 hours. With explanations on different stuff that goes into it. I think I would like to maybe make another video or a couple of videos about the workflow for producing sound effects for games using Ardor. Maybe I would also be able to figure out somehow, I think I reported this problem with trimming being very, very sensitive to non-silence, but so far I haven't seen any changes in Ardor regarding that. Maybe there could be something done to make that easier to do, because it's a very important feature for this kind of work, and it's really hard to do. Nice. So, yay. The game is on GitHub. You can find the link in the video description where you can download it and play it. And you can also contribute if you want. You can download Godot free and open the project and play around. Maybe modify it, have some fun, I don't know. And also, if you manage to complete the 3 stages that are currently in the game, let me know what score you had by the end of that. That would be fun. I'm gonna close this. And it's music submission time. Rob Vandenberg says, is it a free download? Yeah, it's open source. Like everything I do. Unless my day job stuff, that's not open source. But, you know. Also, the score is going to be higher if you find more secrets, so that's the thing. And I've packed some secrets into this game. I should make a counter so you can, like, when you end the stage, you can see how many secrets you found and how many you didn't find. That would be fun. Oh, Godot imported all the sound effects. Nice. I'm not gonna do it now. Alrighty. Let's go on with the music submissions.
Can you tell me something? Where can I find love? Love lives in the sky.
The first track is by Ksawery Treningowski.
Lives in the sky. Love
And was made with Ardor.
the sky. Don't say right. Love
We've got some stereo image.
sky.
And it's a short piece as usual. Short but sweet. This track is called Clash and it's by Stone. It's been made with Ardor, LSP drums. LSP drums, not AVL drums. Calf organ, MDE piano, MDA JX10. Something got detuned. This piece is evolving quite a bit. Nice. We've got some from solo piano to piano plus trap. And kind of ambient bridge, and now back. So that was Clash by Stone. And now a track by Steve Pixis titled Driving Through Space, which very well fits the ending of the previous song. Lovely pads, I like that. I'm expecting some classic trance after this. It's a really nice intro. I like the chord changes a lot. Oh yeah. I'm waiting for the kick. Not yet! Rob Vandenberg is mighty excited. Yeah. This is really cool. Steve Pixis is pretty much nailing this classic trance sound. This track was made with LMMS, Zenith FX, and Audacity. He also writes, the song itself was made in LMMS, but I had the Audacity to work around some bugs. I guess you had to splice some exports. I've been doing that. for some album releases in the past. Nice. I wonder if the drums were also synthesized. Okay, the next one up is titled Calm Down, Madame.
Comprenez, monsieur l'inspecteur, il appartenait à une société occulte.
And it is
Il
weird.
était contre moi parce que je me moquais de lui. Je vous demande pardon.
The track is by SG75, and he says that it's made with Ardor and G on kick, also B.oops, also Dexed, and he says the lovely French sample is CC0 licensed by Craig Smith, and Snake called Vintage Voices Women from Freesound.org. So that's from the old Optical Hollywood sound sample library. Maybe someone who's French can tell us what is she saying.
Mais la lune éclairait juste son visage. Il me souriait. Non, plutôt c'était une grimace. C'était horrible. Avant de mourir, il disait souvent qu'il reviendrait après sa mort pour me faire peur. Naturellement, j'en riais. Qui prend en sérieux une bêtise pareille? Comprenez, monsieur l'inspecteur, il appartenait à une société occulte. Il était contre moi parce que je me moquais de lui.
Sahadiva says that she's saying sad things about a man harassing her at night. Yeah. Sounds sad. B music, maybe not. Alrighty, so that was Calm Down Madame by SG75, and now a track titled Squarish Kickmess Challenge by Sahadiva. And this one is perfectly mono. Oh, not anymore. Nice. So, there is this thing called Liber Music Challenge in this little unfa community. You'll find links to the chat on Discord and Rocket Chat where you can join in. And every month they are picking a topic and making some tracks to have some fun and learn some new stuff. And this month the challenge was to make a track using a synthesizer called Kickmess, which is by Weird Constructor, and it's a port of, oh my goodness, no, it's a port of LMMS's Kicker to VST. And they've been making some tracks with that. So I guess this is all done with Kickmess. There's some really nice bass sounds in here. I'm really liking this mood. It's quite minimalistic, but... Oh, so the title of the track is Squarish, but it's for the Kickmess Challenge. So it was made with Ardor 6.5 and Kickmess. This track is one synth only. This is the track I made for the Liber Music Challenge 07, which is about Kickmess. Nice distortion. Alrighty, so that was that. And now, a track titled Dominance by Particle Dogs. I believe that's the first submission. So welcome, Particle Dogs. And he says it was made with Ardor, Noisemaker, Odin 2, and Drum Gizmo. Nice. Oh, here's Drum Gizmo. Ooh. I'm expecting some nice groovy action. Ah, I wish it was a bit louder. Turn it up a bit. Maybe that was a mistake though. I think the mix required some work there. I think the lower mids are fighting between the drums and the synths. If you high pass some of the sounds, I think it would clean up the mix and a bit more punch and energy. I like the flow of this though. It's also funny how this little hi-hat is peaking there at 7100 hertz. I like the drum breaks, or fills rather. So that was Dominance by Particle Dogs, and now a track titled Demo Time by Nimbius. And was made with LMMS. He also says this is his last submission. That's sad. I'll miss you. I hope everything's okay. Maybe Nimbus is in the chat? This is so cool. Wow. So we've gone into synthwave territory. Oh my goodness, that's so nice. So smooth and... This hi-hat is a little bit painful on my headphones. Oh, I like how these leads play together and the bass. That was unexpected. I think the bass is a little bit too loud compared to the rest, or rather, the rest is too quiet compared to the bass. I wish these instruments would be louder in comparison. That would be a bit more balanced. So that was Demo Time by Nimbius, and he says that's his last submission. I hope he's alright. And now, a track titled Let's Be Friends by Kilgore. And he writes it's been made with LMMS. This song has a long fade out. It's a very nice, bright tune. Is that cowbell or some variation of this? Of it? Wow! That totally caught me off guard. I thought something broke. I thought something crashed. Wow. I didn't see that coming. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't see that. Oh. I thought I turned my head and a mix has crashed or something. Ooh, I like that. I like the dance rock beat now. So that was Let's Be Friends by Kilgore. Also, Nimbius has shown up in the chat and says he's okay, but he's going to be very busy with school stuff. Yeah, so that's that. And now, a track titled Deception by Vulnière. And it was made with LMMS. Ooh, I like this bass. He says, "Hello, I'm very proud of this track I made. Hope everyone will like it too. Everything was made using FOSS, except the snare and the mastering tool. For the kick and the clap I used Kicker from LMMS and the Helm for the bass. Enjoy." Bounce. I like that lead. I wish that lead would be a little bit more up front in the mix. A little bit louder, maybe a little bit less reverb on it. But I'm liking this nonetheless. And the bass is simple but nice. Very tastefully wobbly. Lifeline says, this makes me want to fix my laptop as soon as possible and go make music. Do it! D. Locky says, it's like I'm outside of a club. Yeah, the bass is really dominant in here. You can see. I wish there was a bit more variation in it, because we're kind of recycling the same idea. It'd be really good to hear some new theme. Oh, that's a nice switch up. That's a welcome difference. So that was Deception by Vulnier, and now I'm gonna play Fairy Tale Fortress by Outer Mind. Not the same kick! Ooh, that's very soft. Wow, gotta love this cinematic adventure intro. That's cool. This was made with LMMS. And Outer Mind says, lots of samples, my own kicks, Freesound CC0 samples like dragons and swords, Zenat sub-effects for lead pad, and small screech. Not on this preview. Synth 1 for a few plucks. For orchestra stuff, Taiko drum samples, Project Sam, Contact Player. Sound font files, Spheres via Carla Rack. Noise made with triple oscillator. So that's a medieval themed hardstyle track. Sounds kind of ridiculous. But it's also crazy good production value or quality. Oh man, I'm feeling this build up. It's amazing how this melody actually follows like medieval tonality. What the hell? Oh my goodness, that's so cool. It totally makes me want to go out and slay dragons. Holy shit. That chord changes. So that was Fairy Tale Fortress by Outer Mind, and now a track titled Squirrel Business by Quantizer. And that's definitely my favorite tonight. Holy snap. He says it was made with Linux, LMMS, Vital, and Audacity. He also added, rekindle your inner squirrel. Rekindle? What meter is this? Holy shit, that's so cool. Ah, love this. I want more. It's crazy. I love this so much. Quantizer, if you are here in the chat, let us know. I can't stop. Holy shit. Can't hold this meter. Oh, Quantizer is in the chat. Christophe Bees. Welcome! You've got me swaying good. I want more of this stuff. Please link us your SoundCloud or something. And please make more. This is crazy. I love this. I love the snares that leave silence. And it goes on. 177 BPM. Awesome. Squirrel Business by Quantizer. That was the last track for today. Thank you all so much for coming, for joining me. Whew. Wow. That was something. We made some sound effects for a game I made. Again, you can download this game from GitHub. The link is in the video description. The game is open source. All the assets are made by me. Yeah, you can have fun, play. Let me know your score. And I'll be working to implement these sound effects into the game. Let me know if you would like to see me working inside Godot on this channel and showing you how I would go around that. Zard says the game is missing mint.dia. Oh, I'm gonna look into that. Please report the bug on GitHub. I'm gonna... Oh no, I'm gonna see a huge flood of bug reports now. I already fixed the Windows build. You can download a build for Linux, Mac, or Windows, and it should work. I tested at least the Linux one. And the Windows one too. Yeah, so... and I'll check the missing file. Thank you so much. Huge thanks to everyone who has submitted their music. I couldn't play everything because there's more than I can fit. And yeah, so if your track wasn't played, don't get discouraged. Make more, improve, and submit again. Also, huge thanks to all the fine people who are supporting my work financially. Because of them, I can do this stuff. Because it might not look like it, but it's a lot of work. I spent like this day and pretty much entire yesterday preparing for this stream. And I'm happy that it turned out the way it did. So there was a lot of trouble I didn't anticipate. But we made it. Yeah, let me know if you want to see me work inside Godot and implementing sound. I think that could be really cool. Because I would definitely just focus on the audio because that's the focus on my channel, and that could be educational, interesting. Maybe I'll stream some of that, or I don't know. Also, I'm waiting for Summer Convention to return. I don't know if Nils, the creator of the event, is here today with us, but I think he was definitely. Maybe he fell asleep somewhere in the middle. Alrighty. B.Music says, once again, a stream without a crash. You didn't believe in me. Ooh. Be Memorable says, hey, I missed the stream, but have you heard about B Sharpen and B Oops LV2 plugins? I haven't heard about B Sharpen. I've made a whole track testing B Oops, and you'll hear it in my next video. Alrighty, let's wrap it up. It's time. So once again, thanks to everyone for coming and for watching and for submitting music and for doing all the other kind of awesome things like supporting me on Patreon and LiberaPay. If you would like to help me do more, go there and yeah, share some cash. I really appreciate that. It's really great. Okay, I love you. Bye bye.